The postman has just arrived, so let's just leave the Penstamen for a second and let's go ahead and see what the postman has just brought. I know exactly what this is. It's my new hedge. First time I've ordered a hedge online. In this video, we're going to see what the delivered plants look like, and I'll plant them out where I want them to go. I've got this brand new bed here that has already got the rhododendron in it, and today we'll plant up the hedge. As we saw, the hedge has arrived. First time I've ordered a hedge online. Hey, let's open the box and see what there's inside. Always quite exciting, bit of trepidation, as we don't know exactly what's inside. Well, they look healthy, don't they? That looks nice. Nice fresh greens, very healthy indeed. There are 6 plants in there, which is handy because that's what I've ordered. Let's see if I can get one out. Well, here it is. Could do with a little bit more composting. I can see some roots showing there, but Grisselina, plant from New Zealand. Very nice. There we are. Let's have a look at another one. Well, they're a nice size. I ordered 600mm. That was the size of them. Well, I would say that's 600mm. One's just a little snap there. I'm not bothered about that. Well, they look in nice condition, don't they? Not too much. Yeah, they've obviously not filled up the pot with compost, presumably deliberately. So some of the roots are showing, but we'll get them watered straight away. Nice, so I'm pleased with that. Very pleased indeed. Exactly what I was expecting, and the company I used was Hedges Direct. I'll put a link down below in the description, but it's not an affiliate link. I have no affiliation with them. It's just a company. I think they're in the north of England, around Preston, Lancashire. I saw them on the internet. They specialize in hedging plants. They do flower and produce berries, but you do need male and female plants. Now, I asked them about this, and they said at this size, 600mm, they can't tell whether they're male or female. The plants have to be a lot bigger. So I'm just hoping I've got some of both in these 6 plants. So I ordered 6 of these plants. They're about 600mm in height, because this width here from the shed to the hedge is 2 meters, and they reckoned 3 plants per meter. So let's just pop them there and then see what they look like. So I want them in line with this privet hedge. What I've decided to do, as there are 6 plants to go in this 2-metre stretch, I've decided to just dig a trench and we'll take it from there. I want it in line, there we are, in line with the hedge, like that. Hopefully there's no great roots. Few lily of the valley growing there. Oh, here we are, lily of the valley. I like to save all those. Oh. Look at that. Lily of the valley there. I think if I just pop it in there, because it's a warm day today. It's total sunshine, so you can't have the roots bare. I want to dig a deep enough trench. Start here now. It's a little bit close to this fence, but I should be able to squeeze past where necessary. Oh, no need to go to the gym today. Just look how nice and large the leaves are. Not too big like laurel, not too small like privet. So when these bush up, it's going to be really evergreen. I want to hide this fence. So I'm anticipating these getting to, what's 6 foot tall? A nice green, lightish green backdrop to the whole border. Brilliant. I'm going to put some compost in and another little ingredient that I've just bought and I'm going to use for the first time today. For the first time today. It was an itsy bitsy teeny dee 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 ba 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 da dee 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 da da da. I'm going to mix in just some general purpose compost. I'm going to water the base of the trench. I'm also going to soak each of the plants before I put them in. The root ball of each of the plants will be wet, and I'm going to do something I've never done before, which is mycorrhizal. And so I've got this packet here, Root Grow, that I bought, and I'm just going to sprinkle that right where the roots go. These are granules. For bare root plants, you can actually make a paste and add these granules in. I'm just going to put the granules in, but only where the root ball goes. So what I want to do is just sprinkle a little bit of it at the base of where the plant is going. It has to be in contact with the roots. Quite a nice root ball, really, that, isn't it? So I'm going to place that nicely there over the mycorrhizal. So I'll just do the first one on camera, and then I'll go ahead and do the other 5. And there we are. So I'm going to get on and do the others. So I'm soaking these root balls in water, deep water, so that it forces the air out, and indeed you'll hear the air coming out. Just a little bit of mycorrhizal there. Now, you don't have to use mycorrhizal I have just decided to do it as an experiment. So I'm soaking them there for a little while. Once again, because my soil is very light, I plant my plants low so that when I water them, the water doesn't run off. Look at these large stones. But if you have heavy soil, then you might even want to plant them proud so that water doesn't pool. You don't want standing water, particularly in the winter when it's cold. The plants won't like it. Well, most plants won't anyway. I'm just pushing down so that I push out some of the air pockets and also push the roots against the micro whatever it's called. There we are. The spacing isn't perfect. Oh, it's slightly larger here, right in the middle where I didn't want it. But they're going to grow beautifully and you're not going to see the join in another few months. Lovely. Let's water them in. Water the soil, not the leaves. You don't want the leaves wet particularly on a sunny day, because they might scorch. There we are, they're in a little lake, and that will drain off really well. So that's the hedge planted at the back of the border to hide the fence. We've already planted on the left-hand side of the border the evergreen rhododendron, which flowers fairly early and will flower before the deciduous azalea that I planted in the last video. I'll also look to put in a mophead, transplanting it from the front garden that it hasn't done very well. It's tucked away, and so I'm going to be putting that in between the deciduous azalea and the rhododendron, as that flowers during the summer and the azaleas and the rhododendron flower early. So that'll continue the interest towards the back of the border. I've already bought some plants from the garden centre, as you saw from the plant haul the other week, and I'll be planting those in the next video on this new border. And I hope to see you then in Paul T's world. Bye.